shown. At 6 minutes, you can see the yellow screen, and at 7 minutes, you will see the red screen. The speaker has to wrap up his speech within the next 30 seconds. The evaluator for him is Toastmaster Namita. Madam Namita, what is the speech purpose statement, please?
Sorry, I didn't get that. Can you please repeat?
All right, no problem, I have it. Develop the skills necessary to connect with an unfamiliar audience. The speech title is Eyes Wide Open. Jim Denson, Eyes Wide Open. Jim, to you.
Thank you very much, everyone. Thank you. My Toastmasters Odyssey began on a performance stage. The reason that's noteworthy to me is that in 1999, I decided to start taking voice lessons so that I could be more comfortable being in front of people, being in front of an audience of various kinds, because I wanted to be more comfortable in communicating. So in 1999, through a friend, I met a voice coach by the name of Jocelyn. And for the next several years, every week, I would travel to New York City to have voice lessons with her. And they were thrilling to me because I got to meet other people who also wanted to sing. And I got to know them, and we became kind of a community. It culminated in my eventually giving 4 paid live performances at a New York City venue called Danny's Skylight Room with the accompaniment of a real jazz band. Imagine piano, bass, drums. I loved it. It was thrilling. And after every performance, it would take me hours to go back to sleep because I was so excited and so hyped over the great response we got from my performance. And I'm happy to say that I got a lot of accolades for my singing. But there were a couple of things that Jocelyn, my voice coach, noticed after every performance. One of them was, well, Jim, you sang great, you sounded great, but you really have to open your eyes during the performance. Now, I really didn't understand that fully because in my experience and my favorite musicians and my favorite singers, many of the pictures of them that I have, they're really singing and they're showing that they're really into the song and their eyes are closed. And so I thought that if I had my eyes closed during a performance, it would show the audience how into it that I was. And I thought the audience would appreciate that. And Jocelyn said, well, yeah, you could be into it. You could be very engaged, but an audience member might look at that and say, well, look, the singer, by closing his eyes like that, he's trying to keep a distance from us. You can't do that. You have to give the audience you, a part of you. That's what a performance is. So part of that is learning to connect with them. And it starts by opening your eyes during a performance. You don't have to look directly at people. Choose a spot in the back of the room and just focus on that. And since the room's going to be dark anyway, you won't have to worry about looking an audience member directly in the eye. Okay, so that's one of the first things that she told me. The second thing that she noticed that I didn't quite get a full handle on is that when singing, you're actually asking people to do things. For example, before a performance, well, the audience members don't materialize out of thin air. You have to ask them to come to your show. And for me, that had always been difficult because I'm very shy, admittedly, and I was, especially at that point. You have to ask people to do something. And for me, it was asking people to come to my show. And before each of those 4 live performances that I was able to give between May of 05 and July of 06, I had to sign a contract. And one of the provisions in that contract said that I agree or promise to bring a certain number of people or audience members to the venue so that I could increase my chances to be invited back. Well, again, that was difficult given my shyness. It turned out after the July 2006 performance, which was right on the heels of the 4th of July, the crowd was enthusiastic and the crowd loved my performance. The crowd totaled less than 20 people. That really disappointed me and embarrassed me, and I felt bad about it for a while. But one thing about it, though, is I always appreciate my very, very, very brief career as a professional singer because I realize now the parallels between being an effective singer and being an effective speaker through Toastmasters and reaching my goal of being a professional speaker. One is, well, there's the idea of eye contact, being able to connect with people and have them connect with you through your eye contact. In public speaking, you're actually asking your audience to do something. You're asking your audience to listen to you and to give you their feedback. You're putting yourself out there, you're putting yourself on the line as a speaker, just as you would as a singer, although it's a little different. So there are parallels there too. And the final thing that is so that I so appreciate regarding those experiences as a singer and the parallels between that and speaking is that each means of communication provides a different kind of a platform for me to express myself and to connect with a human being that way. The singing career didn't work out, unfortunately, but I'm well on my way to reaching my goals as a professional speaker. And I'll be on the track as long as it takes, because now my eyes are wide open. Madam Toastmaster.
Thank you, Jim, for sharing your experience with us. Yes, little by little, one walks far. Just like Jim, started with singing, ended with Toastmasters, still the same. Open your eyes, speak with body language, and connect with your audience. Thank you so much, Jim. Now I need to have 1 minute evaluation for the speaker so that he knows what and where to improve. Kindly send the message to him privately in the chat. You're given 1 minute. Timer, please mark the 1 minute. Thank you. From now.
1 minute is over.
Yes. Thank you, everyone. Now we'll move on to the second speaker. The second speaker for tonight's meeting is Jamal George. She's speaking from the Effective Coaching Project, High Performance Leadership Speech 1. The time is from 5 to 7 minutes, and the sequence is the same as the first speaker, so I will not elaborate. The evaluator is Julie. Julie, can you please give the purpose statement? You're muted.
Thank you very much. You have told all the words I needed to say, but I will add that even from the title, my vision for Speechcraft, you are about to hear a very noteworthy presentation. 5 to 7 minutes, I can hardly wait. Thank you.
Thank you, Julie. This purpose for the project is for the member to apply her leadership and planning knowledge to develop a project, plan, organize, and give guidance to the committee and implement the plan with the help of the team. This purpose of the first speech is for the member to introduce her plan and vision. The speech title, My Vision for Speechcraft. Jamal, my vision for Speechcraft. Jamal, to you.
Thank you, Madam Toastmaster. How many of you know what a speechcraft is? I see a couple of hands. Cool, that's great. So for the benefit of others, what is a speechcraft? Let me call upon someone who said yes. Jaydeep, what do you know about speechcraft?
Oh, I actually said no. I've heard the term before a few times, but if you asked me to define it, I probably couldn't do that.
Guess, just guess. What is a speechcraft?
Well, looking at the words speechcraft, crafting a speech, relating to the audience, and basically being able to connect with many different people.
Excellent. That's exactly what it is. What is a speechcraft? It's a crash course on public speaking. It's a crash course on public speaking given by experienced Toastmasters to brand new people who are very new to public speaking. So experienced Toastmasters are able to share that knowledge to brand new people. And that program is called Speechcraft Program. It's a fundamentals of public speaking, and it's you can give it in 4, 6, or 8 weeks. What's the benefit of a speechcraft? The benefit is the participants gain confidence, and as they attain their communication skills in a positive and supportive learning environment. The second benefit is the members get to serve as leaders as they exercise their communication and leadership skills. And the third benefit is it helps with club growth, because most of the people who participate in this program want to continue their journey by joining the club. So a few weeks back, I was having a conversation with my friend about club membership and renewals as well as retention. And 3 things popped out from that conversation. The first one was the existing members are kind of bored. The second one was the quality of the meeting. And the third one was not very many members and guests are joining each meeting. So we were like, Then an idea popped up. We can have something for everyone by giving a digital speechcraft experience. And I was like, that sounds interesting, but I don't know what is speechcraft and I'm not going to do it. And then my friend said, Jamal, you know what a speechcraft is. It is the basic materials that is covered in level 1 of Toastmasters pathway. And I know you can do it if you put your mind towards it. A week later, Raghu contacts me saying, hey, why don't we host Speechcraft program at ITU Toastmasters? And I was like, yes, let's do it. So when there is a right kind of support, then we will be able to, no matter what stage of life you are in, you will be able to do it. So I decided to do this as my high performance leadership project, got a team of people to be in my guidance committee, and I put my heads down and started doing the work, set the dates, created flyer and the PR, got it reviewed and shared it in all the channels, had registration. So we wanted people to register. And the registration was open only for 1 week. 51 people from all over the world were very interested in the Speechcraft program because it's a crash course on public speaking. And then we had to have a short list of people because out of 51, only 25 people were willing to put in 2 hours of time for their self-improvement. So we were able to get 25 participants. Now there comes a problem. We have 25 participants, but the problem is one Speechcraft coordinator can have only 5 participants. So how do we accommodate all 25 people? And that's when Raghu was able to contact our District 101 Speechcraft coordinator chair, and he was able to provide a list of people who are interested. And from there, we were able to recruit the other remaining 4. So now we have 5 Speechcraft coordinators and 25 participants, and this is going to be a mega event. And I'm so honored to say that ITU Toastmasters is hosting this mega Speechcraft event. And it's going to be on April 9th, and we're going to run a 4-week session. It's going to be consecutive Saturdays from 7 to 9 p.m. My vision for the Speechcraft is a fun and a relaxed environment for people to raise above their bar and be the best communicator they can be. We will be providing 5 educational sessions: impromptu speaking, organizing the speech, visual aids and body language, evaluation, as well as vocal variety. And the last day is going to be the graduation ceremony, where we will be giving them certificates and also sharing with the participants life after Speechcraft. Now, you can help us, and the way you can help us, and we definitely value your support. The ways you can help us is by being a mentor, an assistant, or even just coming to the program and learning about it. So once you learn how to conduct a digital Speechcraft event, then you will be able to conduct in your club as well, because it helps with club growth. So I would like to share with you that one thing that I learned is when we share our knowledge, we will deepen when we share information, we will deepen our knowledge and we will ingrain what we learned. So let's not shy away from teaching newcomers about fundamentals of Toastmasters, because that will help our fundamentals become strong and we get to build new relationships. So it's time to inspire. Thank you.
Thank you, Jamal, for this inspiring speech about Speechcraft. Last year, end of last year in December 11th and 12th, I did my last Speechcraft as the coordinator of my club. For doing this Speechcraft, it really takes time, patience. Little by little, one walks far. You cannot just jump into conclusion and say, oh, tomorrow I'm going to have a Speechcraft. No way. We have to plan. There are so many things to organize. Get the people, get the mentors, get the guides, get the presenters to help out. That's what Jamal said now. Only 5 in one speech craft. So you need another 4 more coordinators. And you got it. Congratulations, Jamal. Wonderful. Now, everyone, please give 1 minute of evaluation to Jamal's speech. And starts from now. Timer, please. Time. Thank you. Thank you very much. Now we have come to an end of the prepared speech session. It is noteworthy to take down all these that you have learned and bring home what you find noteworthy. It's time for a table topic session. Use the word noteworthy, and let's welcome our table topics master, Kalpana. To you, Kalpana.
It's an agenda. Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. That's all about impromptu when you have to go into critical decision making and then last minute changes. It happens even in the Toastmasters, isn't it? So let's have some fun and learning both in our table topic session today. I invite Toastmaster Viveka for the first topic. Viveka, what is your learning from the tale of tortoise and hare? What is your learning from the tale of tortoise and hare?
Sorry, can you repeat it? I can't hear you. Can you be a bit louder?
What did you learn from the tale of tortoise and hare?
Oh, from the tail.
From the tortoise and the hare.
Okay, from the tortoise and the hare. The tortoise goes slow. I don't know. I'm really bad at impromptu.
No problem. Everybody is bad at. We are all improving. Just go ahead and do it.
So this is how it goes. You give a topic and then you have to speak.
At least for 1 minute.
Sorry, I'm pretty new, so. Like I think what Carol said, it's step by step. The tortoise is slow, and I really don't know. I mean, I just can't structure it. Sorry.
Just speak anything, Viveka. It's fine. Even if you want to talk about your daily routine, is also okay. It's just impromptu.
Oh, okay. So it's mandatory for me to speak, like for some time. Okay. Okay. It should have been better had you given it to somebody else. I would have known the format. I really liked the speeches actually. the one that Jamal gave about the speech craft, I was not really aware about how the Toastmaster works. So I guess I'm going to learn a lot from it. And sorry, one more thing. I also liked, I think the name was, I'm sorry, I'm not getting, yes, Jim. I really liked Jim's speech. It was quite, a nice storytelling, and the way he ended with open your eyes. I really liked that format. So yeah, I guess I really need to work on my impromptu. I'm really bad at it. I've never given a speech. I joined a Toastmasters club in India, Gurgaon, for about 2 months, but I just attended 2 meetings and I didn't know the workings of Toastmasters. How did it work? So I'm just looking forward to my icebreaker, and yeah, I'm pretty excited about it. Happy to meet all of you. Yeah.
Thank you. You spoke for 2 minutes. There you go.
Thank you. Sorry.
Natasha, consistency is the key. Consistency is the key. Toastmaster Natasha.
Slow and steady wins the race. That was the topic that was given to Toastmaster Viveka. But is it really important to be slow and steady? Yes, of course, because consistency is the key. It is not the goal. It's not about the race. It is about sticking to your goal, irrespective of the challenges that come in, irrespective of the hurdles that come in. And that is something that I learned from my little Shih Tzu. She's close to about 2 years old. But for her, consistency is the key. Irrespective of what is happening in my life, at home, whether I am around to make her meal, but consistency is her key. Promptly at 7 a.m., she comes and she wakes me up. She doesn't care if I've had a late night, if I've been or I need to be in a Toastmaster meeting at 7 a.m. But 7 a.m. is her breakfast time. So mom, you better be consistent about your routines and be there for me. So it doesn't matter what's happening in your life, what obstacles, what meetings you need to attend, whether you need to be at a Toastmasters, whether you need to go take a shower. But remember, if you want to reach a goal, if you have to get what you want in life, consistency, whether you're slow or whether you're fast, the key is to keep going and keep at it. Thank you so much for this topic, and back to you, DTM Raghu.
Thank you very much, Natasha. Roger, do you want to take a topic? Roger?
Hi.
The topic for you is empty vessels make more noise. Empty vessels make more noise. Roger.
What? Make more noise? What's the topic? Make more noise?
Empty vessels. I'm putting in the chart. Will you able to take it up, Roger?
I don't really know.
No problem.
What you mean by empty a vessel, make more noise? I don't know what mean empty a vessel. What could the vessel be? Like a boat or a car? I don't know what you really mean.
No problem, Roger. I'll come back to you with the other topic. Namita, do you want to take it up?
Okay.
Yeah, thank you, Raghu. Your topics are really interesting, and I'm glad that these are really unusual idioms that we don't frequently get to use in our day-to-day life. Well, empty vessels make lot of sounds or much sound means that someone who doesn't have a lot of knowledge, they speak a lot. Their words don't value. They just keep on blabbering to prove their point. They become defensive, but they actually do not give a solution. For example, an empty vessel is a person who doesn't read much, but thinks they know everything about them or a topic. For example, if you go to Twitter, sometimes somebody will put an insightful tweet, and there will be some people fighting on who is correct and who is wrong about understanding that particular tweet. It will be a very simple and very informative tweet, but people will start fighting, they will start abusing and accusing like they have been attacked personally because the other person disagreed with them. Now that is an empty vessel who seems to be brainless. Trust me, they're not brainless. They're just misguided. They don't have all the information about that particular scenario, but they still have to speak. So what I wanted to say is that there's a time to speak and there's a time to keep quiet. If you speak in every other occasion, your words might not be valued. Your words matter a lot. You can change someone's day with your words by being kind to them. You can break them by your own words. So better not to be an empty vessel who makes a lot of noise. I would say you be someone's source of happiness, reason for their smile, and make them happy on that day, because we never know who's going through what in today's world. So yeah, that is what I have to say about that topic. Thank you, Raghu.
Thank you, Namita. Jaydeep, let's have some fun, okay? I will say switch in between and you need to talk against the topic. And then as a switch, you come back to the topic, okay?
Sorry, quick question. Could you repeat that? I'm not sure.
I give a topic. I will give you a topic. You need to speak for it. And then I say switch, you need to talk on the other side, the negative side. And then I switch, come back to the positive and then negative, okay? This is going to be fun.
Okay, I'll do my best.
Honesty is the best policy, Toastmaster Jaydeep. Honesty is the best policy, Toastmaster Jaydeep.
Honesty really can be the best policy. Lies can get messy. If you have one lie, that might be easy to cover up. However, the rabbit trail that such a lie can lead you down can get harder and harder to cover up. And as more and more of these lies stack up and more people see what's going on, someone is bound to catch you on. So honesty might not always be the best policy. Let's just say, for instance, that there's a person who you're trying to protect from harm. And the person or the entity that's causing the harm is looking for this person to cause more harm to them. It might work in your favor to lie to defend the person who is potentially a victim of the harm. If you are honest, you gain a reputation as an honest and good person. As your honesty is corroborated by the truth, people will begin to trust you more and more. If you are honest all the time, you might step on some landmines accidentally. So for example, let's just say that there is an unspoken rule that something is not to be spoken of, and you speak of it honestly. You might violate this rule and step on a landmine by accident, and you could cause a pretty catastrophic result as a result. This can happen. So if you are honest, this can really, if it's easy to fact check what you're saying, let's just say on the internet, then you'll gain credibility in social circles. So for example, internet forums or etc. People will see you as someone who knows a lot of things. They will come to you for advice later on. And as a result, you will become more. So if you are honest about everything, then you might fall into internet discussions with people, and you might start arguing about small semantics like tomato and tomato. And let's just say, for example, you're a little bit off the truth. You're not fully honest, but you're kind of a little bit dishonest. people might be able to see through that, or they might not get into a heated debate with you, but they might just say, hey, he knows something about it. He might not know everything, but this person is somewhat valuable.
Thank you. Susan, do you want to take a topic, the last topic? No problem. Grace, do you want to take? Wonderful. The topic for you is, if necessity is the mother of invention, who is the father? If necessity is the mother of invention, who is the father? Toastmaster Grace.
I think that's a very noteworthy phrase or how they say it, verse or something, but I don't really know who the father is. I think what's most important is that you be able to be more consistent in whatever you do in your projects or everything that you do in your life, because at the end of the day, you'll be able to pursue your goals and meet them very well. So I have no really idea who that father is, but I think you have to be just consistent and persistent to be able to achieve all your goals. That answer your question, Raghu? And that ends my my
Thank you very much, Grace.
answer.
Thank you. Keep shining, keep growing, keep learning. Thank you very much. Over to Toastmaster.
Thank you so much, Raghu, for all your wonderful topics. Everybody, did you enjoy the table topics? Table Topics Master did a great job. He has selected topics that are relevant to today's theme. The hare and the tortoise. The tortoise took step by step and ran far. Isn't that good? And there's a consistency that you go step by step, you go far. Empty vessels makes the most noise. Why? Because those that are not really that good in that matter starts talking too much. Honesty is the best policy, and doing two sides of it makes us really competitive to know what is the pro and cons of that idiom. Necessity is the mother of invention. Who is the father? For me, I think it's perseverance. You have to persevere in order to make this necessity that you want to do something, and you go on to it. To get through the hardest journey, we need to take a little steps, small steps, and one step at a time. You won't be burned out and exhausted and give up. Keep moving. Never mind a stumbling while climbing up life's hill. No one falls while sitting still. And I learned that when I was in school. Keep going. Next, we have come to the evaluation session, where we will learn from our evaluators. The first on the evaluation is very important for all members in order to improve our own speeches. It is good to learn from evaluating others. By evaluating, we can understand how to appreciate a good speech and learn from others' mistakes too. I'm sure there's something to bring home for this evaluation session. Stay focused and learn more. To evaluate the first speaker, Jim, we have Toastmaster Namita, a seasoned and experienced master. To you, Namita.
Thank you, Karen. No, I'm not at all seasoned or experienced, but I just love the meeting you run. Whenever you are a TMOD, that meeting is really a delight to be in. Now, regarding your speech, Toastmaster Jim, well, your speech is extremely noteworthy and it is well structured. The structure is really good. Also, your pace was really nice. The topics were relatable for me, but your topic is not unfamiliar. It is very relatable. I can relate with what you went through in many, many scenarios. You spoke about your experience. I can use that same feedback you gave about that experience in my other, places in my life, at work or in personal life. Now, I'm not sure if this audience is unfamiliar for you, but you were supposed to take an unfamiliar topic. What I'm trying to say is, you did an excellent job. Just take my feedback with a pinch of salt, because I am sure you are capable of much, much more than what you performed today. I'm sure you have it in you, but it is yet to be improved upon, and it is yet to be displayed to the world. And what else you can change is that you have to practice a bit more. Your practice was very good. You have to practice a bit more, because there were places you were stumbling for words, you were searching for words, and you were taking pauses in between. Trust me, usually people who have practiced a lot, they do not search for words. They know what they have to say next. They don't forget their lines, what they have to speak about. But excellent speech, and I really hope you resume singing, because I'm a person, if I sing, it sounds like a cat in a lawnmower. A cat got caught in a lawnmower, and cat is wailing like anything. I'm sure you sing really well, and I hope one day you will reach your aim of being a good public speaker, and you will actually resume your singing ambition. Thank you, and over to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you, Toastmaster Namita. Now we have come to the evaluator for the second speech, Jamal's speech. And that is evaluator number 2, Julia. To you, please.
Thank you very much, Carol. Dear Toastmasters, and especially Jamal, it was my privilege to get this role to evaluate your speech. Your enthusiasm and your smile throughout the session was contagious. Of course, as I pointed it out, even the title was already noteworthy. We are going to hear about a vision. Wow. You started with a real question when you wanted real answers from the audience. That's the best way to start a presentation, involving the audience immediately. We didn't have time to sleep through your presentation, that's for sure. You used the rules of 3 2 times. One time, starting with a rhetorical question, what are the benefits? And you didn't ask us, you told us in 3. And then another 3 was pointed out when you discussed with your friends the issue of renewal and retention. I also liked when you refer to Raghu as a person who you cooperated with. You explained to us how you started with the guidance, this project that is so amazing, especially for me, because on the East Coast, one of my Toastmaster fellows wanted to start a speechcraft and nobody answered her flyers. And here you are with this 51 people interested. I don't know how you did it, but if I look at your personality, I don't doubt that everybody wants to work with you. That's for sure. You followed the rules because you know that one Toastmaster, one new Toastmaster, one experienced Toastmaster needs 5 new ones. You use the details beautifully. I like the good emphasis of the words and the phrases when you said brand new people, the what you call it, not only the emphasis, but the breaks in between the words were very, very effective. Your Zoom presence is very, very good. You ended very specifics and inspirational issues. What I think as a wonderful speaker is that you could do the ending a little bit more straightforward and concise. Maybe you list the 3 things that you want from us. You mentioned it that you want our support. Well, what really needs to make this a good 4-week session? Otherwise, I admire and I feel the privilege. And thank you very much. Congratulations. Back to you, Carol.
Thank you, Julie, for your effective evaluation. Yes, whenever we tell the speaker what's good about the speech, we will also have to say something that the speaker can improve. That's the important part. Thank you, Julie. Before we conclude, here I need the Grammarians Report. Can I have the Grammarians Report, please? Grammarian?
Yes, thank you, Madam Toastmaster. I'm here. Well, dear friends, I would like to congratulate that most of the speakers did their best in using the word of the day, noteworthy. There were speaker number 1, both evaluators, but table topic speakers, I think forgot about it because it's impromptu speech and it's really more difficult to incorporate the word of the day. And I would like to give my special thanks to Madam Toastmaster, who used and notified the word of the day to remind speakers as well. And I would like also to notify several words and expressions which I found were very good to remember and to use, more than just the word of the day, like a crash course, mega course. I really liked the ways consistency, irrespectably, yeah, several times was used with a good stress. To pursue the goals, that's what we are all for here in the meeting. Perseverance, pros and cons, and contagious. Thank you all for being diligent with your language. Thank you. Back to you, Madam Toastmaster.
Thank you so much, Madam Grammarian, for your feedbacks. Now it's time to listen to our timer. We need Toastmaster Ayushi Kapana. Kapana, please tell us the time for all the speeches. Thank you. You're muted. You're muted.
Are you able to hear me now?
Yes.
Today time was flying and I was your pilot. So here is your landing time. Speaker 1, Toastmaster Jim, took 7 minutes 50 seconds. Speaker 2, Jamal, took 7 minutes 28 seconds. Table topic speaker 1, Viveka, took 2 minutes 4 seconds. Speaker 2, Natasha, took 1 minute 46 seconds. Toastmaster Namita took 1 minute 56 seconds. Toastmaster Jaideep took 2 minutes 41 seconds. And Toastmaster Grace took 52 seconds for her speech. And in the evaluation segment, Toastmaster Namita took 2 minutes 21 seconds. And Toastmaster Julie took 3 minutes 24 seconds. I wish you all fly high and within your time in your upcoming speeches. Over to the Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you so much, Madam Timer. According to the report, all are in order. No one spoke out of the limit. That's good. That's why we have Madam Timer to keep us on our toes. Ladies and gentlemen, everyone can achieve happiness. Eudaimonic happiness, which means intrinsic happiness. Work on what you have passion and love. A career and a job that you have passion. There are countless activities that you can have passion. Don't delay. Step by step. One walks far. Don't rush, don't hurry. Be patient and the day will come. Pursue your dreams and live your life with a purpose. Thank you for joining tonight's meeting. I would like to have the guest comments. Susan, I love to hear from you. Susan?